timeliness of the stimulus package with the time needed to restore your reputation? How do you expect to put the city of Portland through that?
Well, luckily the city of Portland is a team effort, and I think that I can do both. And luckily the city is guided by not one person, not one elected official, but 6. And we have some of the best managers around. If you know me and you know my schedule, I already work hard, and I'll continue to do that. And I'm confident that I can both be available to people, to answer their questions, and reassure them that this was an error in judgment, an anomaly, not a trend, not a consistent pattern of behavior. It was a mistake. And at the same time that we focus on moving the city forward and addressing the crisis that we face. I am very sorry for the distraction that this causes. There's no question about it. I will have to work harder to make sure that that distraction does not hurt Portlanders and our recovery in any way. And I'm willing to do that.
What specific steps will you take to restore your credibility?
We'll talk about those in the days to come, the specific steps. I've sort of alluded to some of them here, but there'll be more.
Would there be any circumstances involving these sets of facts that would get you to leave office, resign? I mean, there's a din of public outcry and all kinds of public opinion polls say, Sam, you can't be mayor anymore, and you've lost credibility. Would there be a time at which you'd say, I'm out of here?
Absolutely, yeah. If I am no longer, if it's no longer in the city's best interest for me to stay on, yes, I would resign.
Mayor, you're in an unusual position being a single elected official and a single gay elected official. Not a lot of precedent, but what were you thinking when you went into this affair with Reba?
Well, I wasn't thinking clearly, that's for sure. And I was not thinking appropriately either. I was recently out of a relationship of 11 years. The first time in my life that I was gay and out of the closet and single. And I was dating a number of people. And at the same time, I was learning how to be an elected official and the sort of scrutiny that comes with that. And I frankly was sort of finding my way. And obviously I misstepped in this regard.
Do you regret it for having a relationship with a working journalist?
Do I regret having a working relationship with a relationship with a work?
Do you regret your relationship with Bo Breedlove or having a relationship with a working journalist?
What?
And how people perceive your influence.
I'm sorry, Bo Breedlove is a working journalist?
No, I meant other relationships that you pursue.
My current boyfriend? Oh, do I regret having a relationship with my boyfriend who works for the Oregonian because of the perception that it has undue influence on the Oregonian? I wish that were true, but it's not. The Oregonian is a reputation as an independent paper is something that they work very hard at sustaining. He covers Clackamas County. He covers the city and counties of Clackamas County, so he doesn't cover me. Never has, and likely never will. Or not likely, he never will. He insists upon that, and I do as well, as does his newspaper. There are examples of other decision makers and reporters successfully coexisting in the same sort of sphere of influence. So this is the modern age, and couples have all kinds of professional pursuits.
Sam, going back to the fall of 2007, were you also concerned that even if voters did buy that you did not have sex with them until after he was 18, that they would not find that acceptable as well and that you could not be elected mayor?
You know, at the time, no. Now, yes. But at the time, I was just absolutely convinced that I couldn't prove something for which there was, I couldn't prove a negative. And, you know, just as there are suspicions now, and I understand that, and those are understandable. I thought they would be understandable, especially if they were fueled by an opponent in the context of a political campaign. So, again, I don't think that's a good excuse. That is what was going through my head. And again, I made a mistake. I should have been truthful from the beginning.
What did he need mentoring in, Beau Breedlove?
When I met him at the state legislature, he worked for a Republican. He expressed interest in getting involved in public service or politics in the Portland area, moving up from Salem. And he asked to get together to sort of pick my brain on those issues.
How did you substantiate his age?
During lunch, he told me.
Did you have sex on his 18th birthday?
No.
How long afterward?
It would have been about a month, 3 weeks to a month.
What's morally the difference between 17 and 18?
What's that?
Legally, there's a difference between 17 and 18, but in your mind, morally, what's the difference?
Well, I don't think it's just that there's a moral difference. I think the specifics of this situation, I think there's a moral difference in the specific ingredients of this situation. Looking back, a commissioner, someone 20-some years older, and although it was consensual and interest on both sides, I should have been the wiser, older adult.
Portland Mayor Sam Adams apologizing to voters, colleagues, and Beau Breedlove, saying their relationship was inappropriate, but he has no plans to resign right now. We'll have more coverage on K2 News first at 4, and you can also watch at KATU.com. Now back to the inauguration celebration.
You may be right. That's a piece of trivia I don't know.